In the grand archives of the Galactic Council, Earth was never referred to by its name. To the thousands of spacefaring species that inhabit the stars, our home had a much more ominous designation: Class 12 Deathworld. On the galactic scale of biological survival, a Class 12 is supposed to be a graveyard. The gravity is a crushing weight that snaps the bones of 90% of known life. The atmosphere is a volatile, corrosive cocktail of nitrogen and reactive oxygen. The weather? Violent. The flora and fauna? Specialized killing machines. The Council looked at Earth for eons and reached a single conclusion: nothing intelligent could ever evolve there. Life on such a planet would be too busy trying not to die to ever look at the stars. They were wrong. They didn't account for the one thing that thrives under pressure. The one thing that grows stronger when the universe tries to crush it. They didn't account for the Terran spirit. I am a chronicler of the Sol system, and today we look at the first time the galaxy realized that humans weren't just newcomers. We were the galaxy's worst nightmare. Commander Xylian of the Xylian hegemony was the first to babysit a human. Xylian was a creature of grace, slender, hollow-boned, and evolved on a moon with nearly zero gravity. To a Xylian, a fall from a chair could be a death sentence. When the Terran Republic was invited to the Council as a junior member, Xylian was assigned a human security officer named John. Xylian wrote in his private logs, "The human is unsettling. He moves with a terrifying economy of motion. Every step he takes vibrates the floor plating. He weighs 3 times what he should for his size. His bones are like reinforced carbon steel." I asked him why he looked so tense. He told me, "I'm just standing here, sir. Your gravity is a bit light." To the Xylians, the ship's gravity was standard comfort. To John, it was like living in a dream where he might accidentally float away if he didn't hold himself down. The crew's fascination turned to genuine fear during the cafeteria incident. A cargo crate had come loose from its magnetic locks. It weighed 400 galactic units, a mass that usually required 4 heavy-duty power suits to move. John, holding a cup of steaming black liquid he called coffee, a substance the ship's computer flagged as a grade A neurotoxin, simply walked over. He set his drink down. He planted his feet. And he pushed. He didn't use a machine. He didn't use a lever. He just used the muscles he had grown to fight Earth's 1G gravity. The crate slid across the floor like it was made of balsa wood. The room went silent. John just picked up his coffee, took a sip of the toxin, and went back to his seat. He didn't even break a sweat. But the galaxy isn't all cafeterias and polite conversation. 2 weeks into their patrol, the ship was ambushed by the Vor'Thak. If you don't know the Vor'Thak, consider yourself lucky. They are a predatory race, 8 feet tall, covered in thick chitinous armor, and possessing 4 arms ending in serrated bone blades. They don't take prisoners. They take trophies. They boarded the ship on Deck 4, cutting through the hull with plasma torches. The Xylian guards, brave as they were, stood no chance. Their weapons, low-yield lasers meant for crowd control, bounced off the Vor'Thak shells. Commander Xylian was trapped on the bridge, watching the internal cameras in horror. The Vor'Thak were making their way to the life support systems. That's when John's voice crackled over the comms. He sounded annoyed. "Commander, I'm at the Deck 4 bulkhead. They've breached. Permission to clear the hallway." Xylian screamed into the mic, "John, get out of there. They'll tear your soft skin to ribbons. Run." There was a pause. Then a low, dry chuckle from the human. "Commander, back home, I grew up in a place called Australia. Everything there wants to kill you. These guys, they just look like oversized lobsters. I've got this." What happened next was captured on the ship's black box. It is now mandatory viewing for every alien diplomat before they visit Earth. The lead Vor'Thak warrior lunged. It swung its primary blades with enough force to cut a Xylian in half. John didn't dodge like a civilized being. He tanked it. He moved inside the arc of the blade, taking a hit to his shoulder that would have shattered a marble pillar. His skin tore, yes. Red, iron-rich blood spilled out. But the bone beneath didn't snap. It didn't even crack. John grabbed the Vor'Thak's arm. In the light gravity of the ship, the human strength was terrifying. There was a sound, a sickening crack, as John snapped the alien's limb with a single twist of his torso. The Vor'Thak let out a screech that frequency jammed the ship's sensors. It had never felt pain. It was the apex predator of the stars. But John wasn't done. He pulled back a fist. A human punch is a miracle of evolution. It starts in the feet, moves through the hips, and explodes through the knuckles. On a Class 12 Deathworld, we use that power just to walk uphill. John's fist hit the Vor'Thak's chest plate. The armor, designed to stop high-speed debris, shattered. The alien was launched 20 feet down the corridor, denting the bulkhead where it landed. The other boarders stopped. They looked at their leader, broken and twitching, and then they looked at the human. John was bleeding, but he was grinning. Predator's grin. All teeth and no fear. He picked up a heavy emergency wrench from the wall, weighed it in his hand, and whispered, "Who's next?" The Vor'Thak, the kings of the sector, turned and fled. They scrambled back into their boarding craft and detached so fast they nearly tore their own hull open. When Kvax finally reached Deck 4, he found John sitting on the floor, using a piece of his shirt to bandage his shoulder. He was finished with his coffee. "John," Kvax whispered, looking at the dent in the wall. You are a monster." John looked up, his eyes tired but bright. "No, Commander. I'm just a human, but the universe needs to learn. If you come from a world that tries to kill you every day, you eventually get pretty good at killing it back. Since that day, the Council has a new rule. Earth remains a Class 12 Deathworld. But the warning at the bottom of the file has been highlighted in red. Do not provoke the Terrans. They don't fight to win. They fight because survival is the only thing they know.